This is the talk that I really liked. It was a talk given at USA Trade Tasting by Adam Lambert. Adam Lambert comes from Dogfish Head Brewery. He worked in Dogfish as a national sales manager and was part of the Dogfish exponential growth at that time. Dogfish, as we all know, was one of the best success stories of all time for the craft beer business. In this talk, I pull out some things that are important for you to plan your strategy and how you can apply this to grow your wine, beer, or spirits brand. So enjoy.
Defining, I always say local. When I was at Dogfish, we had a local strategy, which actually entailed like 7 states, but we called it local, and we called it our concentric circle strategy. So it's states that were within 100 miles of Delaware, we called our home market. So that was our concentric circle strategy, was to dominate those home markets and expand out from that. We basically carved the country up into 5 circles, and we called them our concentric circle strategy, started with our local strategy. There's regional strategies where you kind of like just take giant chunks and you go, okay, I'm gonna go Jersey, Maryland, DC, Virginia, and kind of grab a hold of states. You're gonna do California, you're gonna do Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Nevada, so you have your West Coast regional strategy. So there's a multi-state strategy that you can follow. There's one which I call the national strategy, where you're really kind of anchoring in those big beer markets. So you're really like, hey, I'm gonna go after California, I'm gonna go after Texas, I'm gonna go after Florida, I'm gonna get Illinois, and really focus in on what I call the national big beer markets. And then this is the one I inherited at Rogue, which was pretty awesome. The shotgun approach, basically retailers calling us up and saying, hey, I want to sell your beer in Atlanta, I want to sell your beer in Tampa, I want to sell your beer in Tennessee, and it was a retailer that would call us. We'd say, yeah, that's cool, tell us your favorite distributor, get that number, call that distributor, ship them some beer, and we're off and running. I like to call that the shotgun approach. And then the other strategy, which I think is one that I'm really working on and focusing on right now, is what I call anchor account strategies. So there's some on and off premise national chains that really want to do business with you. So you anchor in with those accounts, and I think we all know who I'm talking about. There's the Total Wines, the Whole Foods, Yard House, Kroger. So if one of those guys comes to you and say, hey, I want to put you in these 10, these 12, these 14 states, and I'm going to guarantee you distribution into those, that really is a model where basically you go in, you anchor into those accounts, and then you build around those states and those markets. So those are kind of the strategies that I would embark on.